Hey YouTubers, so honestly guys, I just had to make this video. I had to make this video. And I know this is not news, this is not literally even a speculation. I guess it's kind of a speculation. It's not even a rumor or anything like that. Honestly, it's just something that I had to make because I just thought of it the other day and I was like, man, if this ends up being true, like this is gonna be the coolest freaking thing ever. It's exactly what the Saw franchise needs in one way, shape, or form, depending on whatever you think of this particular actor. But I was just thinking, look, the one thing that we know for certain, is that Michael Spierig and Peter Spierig, his brother, if I get those names wrong, please tell me in the comment section below because I do want to be able to pronounce those names right going forward. But as I cover news and all this other stuff, but we know that the Spierig brothers are directing Saw Legacy. Those guys are incredibly talented. Honestly, if you have not seen their previous work for, just out there, Daybreakers and Predestination are their two biggest films, both in 2009 for Daybreakers and 2014 for Predestination. Those movies are fantastic, visually stunning, just unbelievably well told stories and everything else that you could even want from just a small budget movie and everything. These guys, if anybody could take the budget that they could possibly get with this Saw film and turn it into not only a visual masterpiece, but another great film in their filmography, and just Lionsgate's filmography too. If there was ever a team of brothers or just companion filmmakers that I felt could take over this franchise and make it something their own, kind of shepherd it into the next generation of the entire franchise, that would be it. These guys are just unbelievably talented for what they are. But you know what? There was one thing I was looking at when I was just going over, just looking at the film. I own those films. I own Daybreakers. I own Predestination. They're very good films, and I've just been really wanting to rewatch them just to kind of get my idea of it, like maybe kind of getting a sense of what they could do in this film going into the film. And honestly, guys, I did realize, these guys work very closely with Ethan Hawke. A fantastic, unbelievable actor, Ethan Hawke, very great character actor, and someone, I just want to point out, someone that we've actually seen in a lot of horror films in the last couple years. I mean, being in Blumhouse, working with Blumhouse very closely to create Sinister and the very first Purge movie. Two very good films, two low-budget horror films that kind of blew up in their own sense and became kind of these mid-level hits that actually really made a whole lot of money. And obviously he is definitely okay with doing these small budget horror films. He's comfortable with this stuff, and he's also very comfortable, seemingly very comfortable with working with the Spierig brothers because they, like him, make really awesome films that are kind of just really out there. So I'm just wondering, when you look at the relationship these two brothers have with someone like Ethan Hawke, with someone with the caliber of acting and the caliber of just a character actor type eccentric person as Ethan Hawke, I'm just wondering, and like I said, no real rumor, no real speculation here, just kind of throwing it out there. What would y'all think if, in the next couple days, next couple months, we get some kind of clarification or kind of even announcement that they've been keeping secret for the longest time that Ethan Hawke is in Saw Legacy, guys? Would you just freaking freak out, guys? I would, like, honestly, I know I sound kind of out of it. It's very late when I'm recording this, but I just wanted to get this out there as soon as possible. I would freaking freak out. Oh my god, he's the coolest actor of all fucking time, dude. Like, this guy, he is an amazing character actor, does not get the recognition he deserves, and he just goes from one thing to another. And just looking at his latest films over the last, less than, I guess, a decade, honestly, but just looking at the stuff that he's put himself in, not only does he do, dramatic films and kind of action-y films here and there, but he kind of explores horror films, especially with the Spierig brothers. So honestly, we could possibly see this. And if there's anything the Saw franchise needs, is a high caliber actor to come back in and kind of shepherd this film into something truly great. Something like we had Danny Glover in the first film, and not really anyone to necessarily take his place. Not that he was the highlight of the franchise in general, but it's just one of those really cool concepts. So honestly, someone of Ethan Hawke's caliber would be so freaking awesome. And I feel like a lot of people would just lose their minds about him actually being in the film. Honestly, like I said, not even a rumor, not even anything else, but just considering Ethan Hawke's relationship with the Spierig brothers, like his relationship with Blumhouse Films, who've worked very, very closely with James Wan and Leigh Whannell in the last couple years, both with Insidious and everything else. There's definitely a tangible connection between the people working on this Saw film and Ethan Hawke's, just persona anyway. So I'm just saying, like, is it wild? Is it crazy for him to actually show up in a Saw film? Probably not anymore. Honestly, I would just say no, probably not anymore. He could probably show up whenever he wanted. And honestly, that would be really freaking cool. Honestly, I feel like that would make Saw Legacy even that much more cool, because you look at all the films that he puts himself in, very quality films, especially the Spierig brothers. They make quality films. Ethan Hawke puts himself in huge quality films, even horror films. The original Purge film is not a terrible film. Sinister is one of the most underrated horror films of the last decade, maybe even last 2 decades. So honestly, guys, man, I would flip my shit. And if this actually becomes an announcement or anything, I would just completely flip my shit. I'm gonna make a video just like screaming. Honestly, I would just make a freaking video screaming about how freaking awesome this would be. And honestly, I don't have anything else to say here. I'm just really kind of excited. Tell me what you think about this in the comment section below. Do you think that Ethan Hawke could possibly be in Saw Legacy? I mean, probably not. Honestly, probably not. But would it be cool? Would you like that? Would you think that would be a cool idea? Tell me in the comment section below. Tell me who you would like to see in the comment section below, just based off the talent, the idea. Like, either it's like, character from the original films or someone completely different. Honestly, I have no idea anymore. I don't know who's going to be in the film. We've seen people that have been announced that I didn't really even know existed. I've seen them in some way, shape, or form somewhere down the line. I just didn't really know their names, or I didn't necessarily know who they were, but they're actually getting confirmed, and we're getting more and more people confirmed these days. So maybe there's a bombshell right around the corner for us. Something like this would be a huge bombshell for everyone going into the film, and not unlikely. I'm just saying, just based off of what we're seeing, the relationships between these people and the people they work for and everyone else, it's not highly, highly, highly unlikely that someone of Ethan Hawke's caliber can actually show up in this film and actually just take it that much more of a step forward into being, just shepherding it into an amazing film. And honestly, God, if this ends up being true, honestly, I know this is just like a huge like fan speculation type of thing, but if this ends up being true, honestly, I won't even hesitate. Like, Saw Legacy is just setting itself up to be the best movie in this entire franchise. The whole 7-year waiting for all of this stuff and redeeming itself after Saw 3D, that was just not very good, not a very, very good film in the whole scope of things, but just setting this all up to be such an interesting, awesome film. So I know I'm rambling right now, guys. I'm just honestly very excited about this potential, I guess, casting. I mean, it might not even be true. This is just kind of a stupid little thought, kind of trying to put dots together that might not even be there. So take that as you will. There's no news. There's no nothing in this. Nothing. But just tell me in the comment section below what you want from this. Do you want, for at least whatever reason, for Ethan Hawke to be in this film? And if you do, tell me why. If you don't, tell me why, because I really don't know who's going to be in the film. But anyway, I'll just leave it at that, guys. I'm just going to leave it at that, and y'all can tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section below, because like I said, I really want to hear all of y'all's information, all y'all's opinions about whether or not this is a good idea, bad idea. Should we see new people? Should we see old people? Should we see just any other person? Like, do you not like him? Do you like him? Yada yada yada. I happen to, like I said, I really like him as an actor. I think he's very, very talented, very, very underrated. And seeing him in a franchise like this, my favorite franchise of all time, would just be the coolest thing in the entire world. So I know, rambling. But anyway, guys, make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe for more Saw videos going forward, mostly discussions and stuff. And I'm not going to actually put stuff up like this very often, like these crazy out of the way fan theories or fan wish lists of who we want to see in the movies or who we're going to see in the franchise going forward. I feel like that's kind of out there. Honestly, these videos are really out there, but just tell me what you think about it, because I'm really, really interested. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. Bye, guys.